Caribbean waters are once again echoing with the sounds of rising tension, as Venezuela and the United States face each other in one of the most dangerous standoffs in recent years. What started as Washington's claim of fighting drug trafficking has now transformed into a sharp confrontation, with Venezuela accusing the U.S. of military intimidation and open interference in its affairs. President Nicolas Maduro's government has launched massive military drills on La Orquilla Island, describing them as necessary to protect sovereignty. According to state broadcaster VDV, the operation, named Sovereign Caribbean, includes armed drones, naval warships, amphibious craft, and electronic warfare systems. Defense Minister Vladimir Padrino Lopez declared that the exercises are a direct response to what Caracas sees as provocative threats from U.S. naval forces in the region. Reports from Reuters show that La Orquilla, a strategically located island hosting air and naval bases, has been steadily reinforced by Venezuela over the past decade. This location, sitting near vital maritime routes, now serves as the front line of a tense power struggle between Caracas and Washington. Military analysts say the decision to conduct large-scale maneuvers there is both symbolic and practical, signaling that Venezuela will not be easily cornered. The United States insists its deployments are part of a campaign against narcotics trafficking. Yet, Venezuelan officials accuse Washington of using anti-drug operations as a pretext for political pressure. The Guardian has noted that UN experts have criticized recent American actions, including the destruction of Venezuelan boats, calling them unlawful and warning of extrajudicial killings after at least 14 Venezuelans reportedly died in such incidents. One controversial episode involved the interception of a Venezuelan fishing vessel near La Orquilla, where crew members were detained for hours by U.S. forces. Caracas claims another earlier strike by Washington killed 11 Venezuelans. These cases, officials argue, expose the political motives behind Washington's naval presence, which they believe is aimed at destabilizing Maduro's rule. Maduro has responded with strong rhetoric, accusing the White House of fabricating charges to justify imperial aggression. He maintains that while Washington brands him as a drug lord, no concrete evidence has been shown to the international community. Al Jazeera highlighted that this narrative of criminalization is part of the broader U.S. strategy to delegitimize his presidency. The U.S. has gone further, placing a $50 million reward on Maduro, alleging his involvement in a major cocaine trafficking network. The State Department insists it has irrefutable evidence, yet it has not provided detailed public proof. Critics say this raises questions about whether the accusations are politically motivated, especially as Washington has openly supported opposition leaders seeking to replace Maduro. Inside Venezuela, the government has tried to counter the accusations by highlighting its own anti-narcotics efforts. Diosdado Cabello, a top government figure, recently claimed that over 60 tons of drugs have been seized this year alone, the highest in more than a decade. He accused the U.S. of weaponizing the drug war narrative to justify aggression, while portraying Venezuela as a committed partner in fighting smuggling. Beyond drugs, the dispute also reflects deeper political and economic rivalries. The U.S., along with several allies, refuses to recognize Maduro's 2018 re-election, calling it fraudulent. Washington has tightened sanctions on Venezuelan oil exports, a move analysts say is designed to cripple the economy and weaken Maduro's grip on power. Caracas counters by accusing the U.S. of waging an undeclared war to push regime change, citing historical U.S. interventions in Latin America as precedent. International responses remain divided. Countries like Colombia and Brazil quietly back Washington's stance, while Mexico and Argentina have urged dialogue and restraint. Russia and China, both key allies of Caracas, have criticized U.S. operations in the Caribbean and warned against destabilizing Venezuela. According to BBC reports, Moscow has previously sent military advisors and equipment to Venezuela, adding another layer of geopolitical risk.